Yeah. Lace up, tie tight, new day, same fight, court floor, bright glare. Yeah. I came here prepared, bench talk, I hear, watch me switch.
Their reign at under-21 Poland continues on. Victor Brzezinski, former SGP2 world champion, in fine form last night. Plenty of water going down, as I say, it's been stinking hot here. Somebody put 50p in the meter for sure, because it really has been very hot indeed. Right, the lineup for you. Red helmet colour for Kubera on the inside. Robert Lambert, gate number 2 in blue. Anders Thompson out of gate 3 in white. And off the outside is Jason Doyle, the Australian, the 2017 world champion, in the yellow helmet colour. Here we go then for the first time this evening. Green light is on. Jesper Stintov on the button. What a start from Kubera. Charges in there, gate 1 working a tree. Here comes Doyle. Roars up the inside, ruthless in the first turn. The 40-year-old veteran. Doyle just charging through into second place, and Robert Lambert, as a consequence, has been relegated to the back and absolutely smothered in shale. But Kubera, what a lovely start from the inside gate.
Yeah, great start for Kubera, making the use of that gate 1 that's been so very good here over the last few years. Really hard first corner from Jason Doyle. He knew exactly what he was doing. Huge cutback going in. Robert Lambert left a little hole and he was straight through it, moved him out of the way. And poor Robert Lambert is at the back eating wet shale.
Yeah, not the ideal start for the British rider. Sole British representative in the Grand Prix now, with the injuries sustained to Dan Bewley in a Danish League match midweek. The best of Dan, speedy recovery, and to Freddie. But Kubera here has ridden immaculately out in front, dropped the clutch at the right time. Bit of a highway off the inside, and Kubera gets his night off to a smashing start. The 3 points in the bag. Got to say, Jason Doyle off of gate number 4 will be more than satisfied with a really hard charge in first turn and 2 points to his name. But Kubera clearly delighted, rightly so, took advantage. When we see the stats and you see how important gate 1 is, you just do not want to slip up when you've got it, and Kubera was a good half a bike length up, immediately away from the takes. 3 points for Kubera out in front. Doyle, a hard charging ride from the Australian through into second place, 2 points. Anders Thompson back in third place, 1 point for him. And Robert Lambert missed out in heat number 1.
Yeah, Kubera, like you said, made a rocket of a start from gate 1, full bike lane clear. Robert Lambert made the mistake of getting sucked into fighting with Anders Thompson going into the first bend, left a hole for Jason Doyle. No doubt Doyle had pre-planned that in his mind. He'd have known if he didn't make the start, he was going to cut back. He'd visualised that. And we have a warning for Jason Doyle in the yellow helmet. A little bit of movement on the start for him. Not uncommon for Jason, must be said. Eager to get away. But there you see Robert Lambert covered in that wet shale. Tough once you're at the back.
Yes, indeed. But the man out in front, Dominic Kubera, 66.473 seconds. That's slow. And that's an indication of the track being a little greasy early on, but it's so warm you can sympathise with the track curators to a degree that they've got to get some water into the track. Heat number 2 riders are at the tapes. We see Brady Kurtz for the first time this evening, and he's in the all-important inside gate. Now Kurtz needs to get off to a good, strong start here. Things just haven't quite been clicking into place in 2026, both at league level for his Polish club in Wrocław in the Extraliga, and of course just fine margins in Landshut. If he had won heat 20, he would have been straight to the final. In the end, he finished in 4th place in the LCQ and ended up just scoring 8 World Championship points. Line up for you: Brady Kurtz on the inside in red, Jan Kvet right alongside him in blue, gate number 2, Nazar Panitsky, gate 3 in white, and Kacper Woryna, the World Championship leader, with the gold race jacket on, starts from the outside. Now, he would have been more than aware. He must have watched what Doyle did. Woryna from the outside, but it's Kurtz in the box seat. Green light comes on, takes her up sharpish, and away we go. Terrific start from Kurtz. I've got to say, Panitsky made a nice start, but he's left himself very vulnerable going around the first corner. Inexperience from Panitsky there. Look at Woryna. Woryna charging up the inside. That's a really tough move as they come off of turn 4. It's very tight indeed, 3 abreast. Here comes Panitsky up the inside of Quebec. Quebec got beaten up there. That was was a terrific opening lap from second, third and fourth. But Kurtz, he means business tonight, Ollie.
Yeah, he does indeed. Kurtz looking good out in front. But Kacper Woryna once again showed he's got plenty of speed. Lots of straight line speed down the back straight first lap. Forced a hole up the inside at Quebec. Panitsky then followed him through. But Brady Kurtz, this is exactly how he will want to start tonight. Yeah. You have to make the most of gate one, and he is.
Looking good, less than a lap to go. Woryna coming through in the second place. Panitsky's got speed, he's right on the pace. Woryna hasn't dropped Panitsky, the man has been dropped. It's Quebec. Quebec ran very wide earlier on, and since that time he's been out of the picture. But Brady Kurtz from Australia, the world number 2, gets his evening off to a flying start. 2 wins out of 2 for gate number 1. Are we going to see history repeating itself tonight? With 17 heat gate 1 victories last year, we've already got 2 out of 2 tonight. And Brady Kurtz won't be worrying about that stat too much right now. He'd just be absolutely chuffed to bits that he picked up his first race win of the night. And Kacper Woryna, that was a tough move and a brave move down the back straight. Kurtz 3 points out in front, 2 points for the championship leader, Woryna in second place. Panitsky with 1 point in third. Start digging around, getting ready to go. And we'll see the wild card for the first time tonight. Adam Bubba Bednar, a youngster with a huge future, and the Czech Republic are very excited about that man. They really are. He rode great last night for his country, 23 points in the Speedway of Nations 2 final. And he doubles up. Will that experience stand him in good stead? He is a confident young man. There's no doubt about that. Doesn't seem to be too worried about reputations. Michael Jepsen-Jensen back in the Grand Prix. Poor performance in Landshut. Jepsen-Jensen on the inside in the red helmet colour. Bednar alongside him in gate number 2 in blue. Gate 3 in white is Dudek and Leon Madsen, who had 1 championship point from Landshut. He starts from the outside in the yellow helmet colour here in heat number 3. Madsen, who was an injury replacement ride for Jason Doyle last year, actually forced his way onto the rostrum and looked really good. A performance like that tonight is exactly what he requires. Heat number 3, revs are up, green light is on, and the tape's up as well. Once again, terrific start from the inside. Oh, Dudek, where did he find that from? Shafts into the first turn. Gate number 3 from Dudek, that was a bit special. I've got to say, the former world number 2, he found a bit of grip there that others hadn't. And already at the completion of 1 lap, Dudek is absolutely roaring away. Out in front, Jepsen-Jensen is back in at second place with Madsen in third, but Dudek, he is flying in front.
Yeah, he is. That's a great start from gate 3, turning the sort of record or form books upside down. Madsen looks to have plenty of speed in third place. He's putting Jepsen-Jensen under plenty of pressure. Michael Jepsen, here he comes again. He's having a look up the inside. Oh, Jepsen-Jensen shuts the door, no room there. And he'll have to start again, trying to set him up for another move.
Lap to go. Dudek's a country mile out in front. Really has got the bike working beautifully right from the first turn. Shown a clean pair of heels to the opposition. Jepsen-Jensen has been under pressure throughout, but it looks like he's going to hang on in second place with Madsen all over him like a rash. But Dudek, that's a really encouraging opening gambit from him. He'll be chuffed to bits with that. It was neck and neck between Jepsen-Jensen and Dudek as they entered the first corner, but somewhere it was like a turbo boost midway round that first corner, and from that moment on, Patrick Dudek really was in a class of his own in heat number 3. It's more like it from Dudek. That's what we were expecting to see after a wonderful season in 2025. 3 points for Dudek, nice ride. Jepsen-Jensen hanging on in second place, 2 points. 1 point for Leon Madsen in third, and Bednar missed out in heat number 3. Impressive ride here from Dudek, because gate 3 is renowned to being poor, but he found something in that first turn. We'll be frustrated with third place there because he had more speed, but for Patrick Dudek, that is a winning time of nearly half a second quicker than the first 2 races. Impressive indeed from Patrick Dudek in heat number 3. Right. Heat 4, riders up at tapes. Zmarzlik having a good look about, so is Frick. Andrei Lebedev's another rider that needs a big night tonight. And we'll see Jack Holder. Of course, Holder and Zmarzlik were previously teammates in Lublin, no longer the case. Jack Holder has actually gone to Bartosz Zmarzlik's home club, effectively, in Gorzów, and he's been riding remarkably well for his new team. Zmarzlik's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Frick's right alongside him in gate number 2 in blue. Lebedev needs a good night. He's gate 3 in white. And Jack Holder, the fastest man in qualifying this afternoon, he starts his night from gate number 4 in heat 4 in the yellow helmet colour. 3 lights on, the tapes are up, and we're racing. Let's go charger to the first turn. Then Zmarzlik gets there. Zmarzlik just moves off the line. Frick's right up behind him. Crikey, he's close coming off that first turn. Holder coming down the inside of Frick, but there's no room at the end there. Frick's too wise to that move. But now Zmarzlik's hit the front. He's got a little bit of breathing space. And Lebedev's is tailed off at the back. But the world champion has been in sparkling form just in the last couple of weeks. And he's beginning to pull away. I sense Holder's frustrated in third.
He is, he's breathing down Max Frick's neck. He's looked up the inside, he gives him a little nudge. Is there room? No, there's not. Frick knows he's there, he shuts the door. Holder now switches to the outside. Is he going to turn back and look for a dive up the inside? He is. He hasn't got the speed at the moment. Frick's got that line covered, but Bartosz Zmarzlik out in front. Business as usual for that man. He's flying away.
Well, just like Dudek in the previous race, Zmarzlik's got a similar lead here. He's comfortable. Frick has ridden a defensive line and made it very difficult indeed for Jack Holder to actually get anything out of it. And Frick has really stood firm there, but for Zmarzlik, impressive. Impressive indeed. 6-time world champion, going for a historic 7th world championship in 2026. He starts his night in fine style. Didn't quite have the qualifying he would have liked, but that didn't slow him down any there, did it? He looked very impressive indeed. He makes his way back to the pit box, and everybody's now had a taste of action here tonight. Zmarzlik with 3 points out in front. Frick hanging on in second place, 2 points. Jack Holder, frustrated, I suggest, in third with 1 point. And Lebedev's tailed off in fourth place. Concerns from the man from Riga. 4 more chances to make an LCQ. This is a very good-looking lineup. A very good-looking lineup. So here we go then. We get back on with the action and heat number 5. Track grading has been completed, and we've got some race winners here. 3 race winners and a 3rd place from Jack Holder. This is a really hotly contested heat. Something's got to give. That man on the inside who was showed some speed, but just could not battle his way through and get the better of Frick in his opening ride. There's no doubt that Holder, the quickest man in practice, looked like he had speed. He was just a little, well, he was just trapped on the inside, just couldn't quite get to the major points. Kubera, Kurtz and Dudek all won their first races. Good looking lineup here, Ollie.
Yeah, tasty lineup, and it's interesting that Kurtz has got gate 3, which Dudek made it from, so it's possible. I think the tricky start is going to be gate 4, and that doesn't seem to be offering a lot at all at the moment. Gate 4, sorry. But yeah, gate 3, you've got a chance, I think.
We will wait to see how that transpires. Kubera made an absolutely fabulous start in heat number 1. He does something similar. He could still maybe get there from gate 2. Holder's on the inside in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Kubera. Kurtz in gate number 3 in white. And Dudek goes from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Which way is this one going to go? 3 winners here going head to head. And again, Kubera's made a lovely start. But it's Kurtz out of gate 3. You were spot on, Ollie. Kurtz, who I fancied, he looked really good in practice earlier on this afternoon, and that is quite an effort. And the Australian fires himself to the front. Kubera now hanging on in second place. Oh, he's packed up. Oh, desperate. No luck at all for Kurtz. He's done all the hard yards.
Yeah, that is heartbreaking for Brady Kurtz to make that start from gate 3. That would have been an incredible result, but now that leaves Kubera in front. Once again, Jack Holder showing loads of speed, just like he did in his first heat race. He's going to be working that. He's working the outside in the sort of apex of the corner. He'll turn it back. Nearly ran into the back of him. He's cut back to the inside. Kubera's still got just enough breathing space.
Now there's a lap to go. Kubera's under huge pressure. Here comes Holder again. Kubera having to ride narrow down the back straight on the last lap. Now Holder going for the blast round the outside. The charge to the checkered flag. Which way is it going to go? Holder got there. I think Holder might just have stolen the win away. best race of the evening, you've got to feel for Kurtz. Nothing's going his way. He did exactly what he needed to do. He had hit the front, and then for whatever reason, his bike gave up the ghost. But what a ride from Jack Holder. I think he got there. He took the chance to come around the outside of Kubera, and that run to the line, the bikes have got transponders on them, so they will know which way this has gone. But a terrific Dudek in third, and unfortunately Brady Kurtz packed up. That's such a shame for him when he was out in front when the bike. Jack Holder looking good. Right, heat number 6, the riders were at tapes, and we see Max Frick for the second time as well. Nitsky, not off the pace, first time out, but very much involved. Frick's on the inside in red. Jepsen Jensen, gate number 2 in blue. Robert Lambert needing some points, gate number 3 in white, and Nazar Finitsky from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Here we go, heat number 6. And that got very lively indeed in that previous race. Will we see something similar here? This time, tapes are up, we're underway. Into the first turn, and Jepsen Jensen, his bike took off halfway to the first turn, and he made it work, and he's hit the front. Here comes Frick up the inside of Lambert. Lambert squeezed against the fence down that back straight. It's narrow there, not too much racing room, but Lambert round the outside now squares the corner off. Lovely move from Robert Lambert. Classic speedway from Robert Lambert to charge back into second place, but Jepsen Jensen, they've made some tweaks there, because that bike's really going great guns now.
They have. They were listening to us, Kel. Jepsen Jensen out in front, stretching his lead. Great first lap from Robert Lambert. Like you said, a classic speedway cutback. Built up his pace around the outside of turns 3 and 4. Cut back under Frick. Dived underneath him. Frick's not fast. He was okay in qualifying, but he's struggling here now. And he's going further and further behind. But what a ride from Jepsen Jensen from gate 2. Not seen a win from there all night. Well, not seen a start from there all night, that's for sure.
Smashing stuff. Michael Jepsen Jensen, this is what we were expecting to see. Disappointing in Germany. Just picked up 2 World Championship points, but by golly, that was an impressive ride from him. Robert Lambert really fighting for his points to come through on Max Frick. Lovely ride from him. He picks up his first points of the evening. But Jepsen Jensen, who struggled for a bit of speed in his first ride, well, he found a whole load of it in his second one. 3 points for Jepsen Jensen, 2 points for Robert Lambert in second place, 1 point for Max Frick in third, and Nazar Finitsky just misses out in heat number 6. Zmarzlik needs to make these inside gates pay now. Bednar, inside gate red helmet colour for the wild card. Bartosz Zmarzlik, gate number 2 in blue. Jan Kvet will come out of gate 3 in white, and Anders Thompson off the outside in yellow, and Kvet has changed his bike here. Didn't fancy the first one, didn't work out, had a horrible ride. It's a clean bike. Let's hope he gets a good ride this time. Here we go then. Revs are up and the tapes are up. And look at that start from the champion. Absolutely masterclass. Kvet's come up the inside of him though. That's a lovely first turn. I tell you what, he's made the right choice. That bike's working far better than the horrible one he rode a little bit earlier on. But Jan Kvet, delighting the home crowd, leads the world champion.
Yeah, what a first bend from the home track hero. Jan Kvet, he's out in front, Zmarzlik in second. You know he's going to pressure him until the end of the race. He now switches to the outside. Is he going to look to cut back? He is.
Here he comes. Here comes the champion. He steams up the inside. Kvet trying to replay the compliment. Can't quite put it off. Thompson's back in third place. And what a ride that is from Bartosz Zmarzlik. You just know when he's in the mood, he's no stopping him. Kvet's not out of it. Luck to go.
Yeah. Kvet's showing a lot of speed here. He's putting pressure back on Zmarzlik. He's having a look around the outside of him now. Yeah. But that's not going to happen. Not many people go around the outside of him.
One last blast here, Ollie. Off the final corner, here comes Kvet. Chance to the line. Zmarzlik hangs on. Zmarzlik's got to change that setup. He was spinning something terrible. It was only his skill and his talent that got him to the front there. They'll be doing some soul searching once they get back. But Zmarzlik leads the Grand Prix. He moves on to 6 out of 6 with Jepsen Jensen back on 5. Good ride from Zmarzlik. Had to work hard there because Kvet on his good bike came through nicely with 2 points in second place. 1 point for Anders Thompson in third, and Bednar just fine in the competition. Pretty tough in Grand Prix here this evening. The wild stays with him throughout the evening. If he moves again, he'll be excluded. So this will complete the second block of races. Everybody will have had a couple of rides. This is a tasty looking lineup once again. Doyle's on the inside. We've got Woryna, who was exciting first time out. Leon Madsen looked like he had some pace, but probably didn't quite get the points he deserved. But Doyle on that inside gate will be very keen to try and utilise it. He's there. Red helmet colour for the Australian. Kacper Woryna, the championship leader, gate number 2 in blue. Leon Madsen, gate 3 in white. And Lebedev's looking for his first points of the evening. Will start gate number 8 from the outside gate, the yellow helmet colour. Here we go then. Another smashing looking lineup. Green light is on. We're racing. They charge into the first turn, and Doyle is just about going to get there. He runs wide. That leaves the door wide open, and it's Woryna. Woryna, oh, here comes Madsen. That could have got very nasty indeed. I tell you what, Jason Doyle had to come out of the throttle big time. Here comes Doyle back at him. Gets the better of Woryna. While all that shenanigans was going on, Leon Madsen pounced down the back straight, and the Danish man is away, and Doyle is giving chase in second place. Yeah, tasty first corner there. Leon Madsen benefited from the carnage in front of him. Kacper Woryna shut the door hard on Doyle. Doyle repaid the favour, but Leon Madsen, he's out in front. He'll be happy with this. Woryna in third place, not showing the pace we saw earlier on, all at the last Grand Prix. Track's gone slick.
It has gone really very slick. Yeah, it's dried out.
Lebedev's is coming at Woryna. Woryna having to work hard just to hang on to a point. Madsen is good in front. Doyle has come on strong. One last chance from him. Lebedev's coming on hard behind Woryna in third place. But Madsen wins for the first time in Grand Prix in 2026. Had a nightmare in Landshut. Absolute nightmare. Didn't fancy it, didn't like it, but he was third here last year, and he's got his Grand Prix right on track now, moving on to 4 points from his 2 outings so far. Doyle likewise, hard charging ride once again from Doyle. Madsen 3 points out in front. Jason Doyle in second place, 2 points. Woryna back in third, 1 point for the championship leader, and Lebedev's out of the points once again. No points from 2 rides. Stays relatively slick. He will be a major threat tonight. Zmarzlik leads the way. He's unbeaten after 2 rides on 6. Then we've got Jepsen Jensen and Kubera on 5. Madsen moving into fourth place, excuse me, on 4. Dudek the same. That's the position after a couple of rides each. From Ukraine, we'll start from the inside. There we go. Got the graphic bang on now. Heat number 9. And just got me guessing there for a moment. But Lebedev's out again, third race for him. He needs a win. He's changed his bike. I'm looking down here from the commentary position. That's a brand new bike, and you can understand why when he has failed to score so far. On the inside is Panitsky in the red helmet colour. Lebedev's on a new bike, gate number 2 in blue. Dominik Kubera out of gate 3 in white, and Bednar starts from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Kubera's looked good so far tonight, but will Lebedev's improve on his second bike? Here we go. Terrific stuff. Panitsky's made a lovely start, but Kubera's hustled his bike right away across from gate 3. Good stuff from Kubera. It's going well tonight. He fires himself down the back straight. Youngster Panitsky in second place, holding his own. Lebedev's coming through in third place. Bednar at the back, but I've got to say, Kubera is having a really good evening here, and he really did work hard.
Lebedev pushed himself up the inside of Panitsky there, moved himself up into second place, but like you said, Kubera made a really good start. There's 3 good starts for him tonight. He'll be very, very happy with that from what is a tricky number 1 position.
Lebedev's hit the fence going over the start and finish line. I thought he was coming off, but I tell you what, Lebedev's is on his good bike now, the nice bike, because the horrible bike is back in the pits, because he has got pace. A lap to go. Kubera's in front. Bednar now coming up the inside of Panitsky, who's lost all his speed and has been relegated to the back. Bednar runs wide and allows Panitsky back, but it's tight. Bednar now through into third place, but meanwhile out in front, Kubera off the last corner, and 3 points again for Kubera. His second race victory of the evening, and he moves on to 7 points. Excuse me, not 7 points. He moves on to 8 points. He's had 2 wins and a second place, and Kubera, who's had a steady start to the season, has had a strong start to tonight's Grand Prix. 3 points for him out in front. Lebedev's his first points of the evening in second place, 2 points. Bednar picks up a Kubera, will be chuffed to bits with the way his evening has started. He leads the way on 8 points so far. Here we go then, heat number 10. Leon Madsen's out here. This is a really good lineup. This is hard to call a winner. Really is hard to call a winner here. This is a great race to win. Really is. And Zmarzlik, who's unbeaten so far from his first 2 rides, got gate 3, as I say, his draw of number 15. He had gate 1, 2, then he goes 3, 4, and then 3. So tough end to his qualifying. Madsen on the inside in red, Kurtz alongside him in blue in gate number 2. Zmarzlik out of gate 3 in white, and off the outside is Robert Lambert in the blue and the yellow helmet colour. Unbelievable lineup. It could be the final.
Tasty.
Could be the final here this evening. What way is it going to go? Kurtz will be smarting. He can't believe what happened last time out. Here we go. Who's going to get to the front? Green light comes on now. Long pause and we're away. Madsen's made a good start on the inside. Kurtz is right there. Here comes Zmarzlik up the inside. Lambert's trying to follow him through. It's close coming off the first corner. It's tight down the back straight. Nothing to choose between Kurtz and Zmarzlik. Zmarzlik roars across in front of Kurtz. Leon Madsen now in front. Oh, here comes Zmarzlik up the inside. Unbelievable speedway on the opening lap. But Madsen, here comes Kurtz now. What a response from the Australians.
Yeah, what a move from Kurtz. Splits down the middle of Zmarzlik and Lambert down the back straight. He's now in second. Madsen out in front. He's ignored all the chaos so far. But Zmarzlik, once again, he's putting himself about, but he's not that fast.
Spinning up, hasn't got the drive he wanted. Leon Madsen has. That was really a lot of fireworks going on there on the first couple of laps. We're into the last lap. Zmarzlik has closed back in once again on Kurtz. Kurtz hanging tough in second place. Madsen looking like he's going to go back-to-back victories here. This is more like it from the Danish man, the former world number 2, Leon Madsen. What a return to form. How about that? Nowhere in Landshut, completely out of touch, and all of a sudden we're seeing the best of Leon Madsen in his last couple of rides here in the Marketa Stadium this evening. Brady Kurtz, stunning ride to come through back into second place. Madsen out in front, 3 points for him. Brady Kurtz, 2 points in second place. Bartosz Zmarzlik dropping here. Another good-looking ride here, another good-looking heat rather. Kacper Woryna on the inside in the red helmet colour. Dudek gate number 2 in blue. Gate 3 in white is Anders Thompson. And Max Frick will start from the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Woryna, what can he do from gate number 1? Takes her up, put her away. Dudek's made a lovely start. Woryna charges in there. Thompson coming round the outside. It's tight coming off the first turn. Here comes Woryna and Thompson. Thompson winds it on, having to run wide. Dudek's on the inside of the track, but Thompson coming around the outside. Oh! Woryna just literally tore the nose off of Max Frick. Now Woryna goes up the inside of Dudek. Can you believe what we're watching? Dudek responding. It's neck and neck as they're going to turn 3 on the second time around. But Anders Thompson back in the Grand Prix, looking like a winner in front.
He is. What a first lap from Thompson around the outside of Dudek. Dudek, I think, was more concerned about Woryna on the inside. And Thompson swept round him, and he's going clear now. Dudek in second place, getting hounded by Woryna. Woryna's lively as usual. He is lively.
Yeah, he's putting it about, that's for sure. But Anders Thompson winding it on high and wide out of the first and second corner on the last lap. And the Danish rider out of the Grand Prix coming in as an injury replacement here tonight. And he wins in fine style. Dudek just about hanging on in second place with a big last gasp from Woryna around the outside. Woryna is spectacular, but he's dropping points in his last couple of outings. But for Anders Thompson, from gate number 3, a terrific move early on in the race to get himself to the front, and he picks up 3 points. Dudek back in second place, 2 points. 1 point for Woryna in third, and Max Frick off the pace, I'm sorry to say. He was out of the points available. It will be one hell of a night of Speedway World Cup action in the capital of Poland, in the PGE Narodowy at the end of August. Okay, back to the action here. Heat number 12. Jack Holder on the inside in red. Jason Doyle, gate number 2 in blue. Michael Jepsen Jensen, impressive last time, gate 3 in white. And Jan Kvek, likewise, had a lot of speed on his second bite. He'll start heat number 12 from the outside gate in the yellow helmet colour. Doyle's been in the thick of the action, and so is Jack Holder. He was a good winner last time. He's got the inside gate this time. Gate 12, let's go. Great start from Jepsen Jensen. He's made that beautifully, but I've got to say, Jack Holder recovered very nicely.
Good first bend.
Swing abreast coming off the first turn. And I've got to say, Michael Jensen brave, allowing the bike to run very wide, using the dirt. He's hit the fence hard there. Here comes Holder now, charging hard in second place, trying to get up the inside of the Danish rider. But Michael Jensen, well, he's turning on the start here.
Yeah, looks like a new man here in Prague. Looks mega confident out in front, possibly overconfident with how wide he went. But he knew what he was doing on the first bend. He made a good start, let the bike run high into the dirt. Yeah, it is pulling his arms out. Jack Holder in second, looks quick again. Jack's looked good tonight, he's got good pace. Oh, nearly runs up the back of him.
Fantastic stuff as they go into the last lap. Sorry, Ollie. He very nearly ran in the back of him, and Holder's trying everything he knows. I'll tell you what, Jensen, the bike is almost unrideable in the corners. He's done very well indeed to keep it all together. And Michael Jensen turning it all on here once again. And he moves on to 8 points from his outing so far. And clearly, that we were hearing in the chat with Emma a little earlier on, the fact that he went back to the setup he had in practice. Well, I tell you what, it's paying dividends here. 3 points for Jensen, his second race win of the evening. Jack Holder, a strong ride in second place, 2 points for him. Kvek in third, 1. And Jason Dorr missed out there in heat number 12. Dear oh dear, there's some pretty spectacular stuff. But Michael Jensen's bike was almost on the draw now for Zmarzlik is unfavourable. It's not great. He finishes qualifying all from the outside. And I think the foundation, the fact that he had 2 wins from the inside 2 gates, quite possibly could just be coming to his saviour. But Zmarzlik will want to go straight to the final, as everybody does. But right now, Jensen and Kubera are in those top 2 positions. Will it stay that way? Well, we haven't got too much longer to wait to find out. Riders are at tapes. Heat number 13. Just to give you the date of the Speedway World Cup exactly, the 29th of August in the PGE Narodowy Stadium in Warsaw. Tickets are still available. Here we go then. Leon Madsen having a much better evening. He's had a couple of race wins. He's out here. And Kvek's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Leon Madsen alongside in gate number 2 in blue. Max Frick, he needs some points here. Gate 3 in white, and Kubera, as you rightly say, has been making some super starts. He goes from the outside, but we haven't had a race win from the outside so far this evening, Ollie. Will Kubera change that now? Here we go then. Star Marshall's happy, he moves away. Yes, for Steentop. Madsen moved there. Will the red light come on? Yes, it surely does. Yeah, yes, it surely does. And Madsen, just a little bit nervy on the start line there. He will get a warning for that.
Yeah.
Did he touch the tapes? Don't think he did.
Don't think so, no. There's definitely movement, and I thought maybe Kubera on the outside moved a little, I'm not sure, but definitely Madsen did. So unsatisfactory start.
So there's a warning confirmed for Leon Madsen from the referee. As I say, I think that's an indication now all of a sudden of how important starting is going to be here tonight. Yeah, clear movement from the man on gate number 2, Leon Madsen. Will have to be more disciplined moving forward because the warning stays with you throughout the night. So if you do that again, then you are excluded from the race, and that would be a shame for Madsen because he's put himself in a good position.
Yeah, it shows you how desperate he is to get off the line. I think he's got a chance there from gate 2. He was pretty much there. I know he moved a little bit, but
yeah, he'd hit the front in the middle of the first corner. Kubera, who elected to choose the draw of number 1, where he comes out with a freshly prepared track every time. Very little water's gone down this time. And I tell you what, that draw might actually be proving to be quite handy because he's only dropped 1 point so far. And I think it's a number that a lot of riders did not fancy, but he was brave enough to take it. Riders coming back to the tapes for the second time of asking. Jan Kvek, who's looked quite handy in his last couple of rides, there on the inside, and we'll just run through the lineup for you. The inside for Kvek in red, gate number 2 in blue is Leon Madsen, gate 3 in white is Max Frick, and Dominic Kubera off the outside, the yellow helmet colour. Second time of asking. Star Marshall looks up, moves away, green light is on, tapes are up. Madsen's made a lovely start. That bike absolutely perfect to the first corner. Did that dig in and go? Crikey, did it. And fantastic round the first corner. Leon Madsen's bike is really running well. Max Frick steaming out. I'll tell you what, he did well to miss the back of Madsen there and keep it all together and managed to hang on to second place. Cabrera is at the back, gate 4, not working for him. But Leon Madsen has turned up, and has turned up in some style tonight.
He really has. He was good last year in Prague, and he has bounced back from a terrible opening round. He's looking good out in front. Big battle for second between Frick and Quebec. Frick really almost a desperate move, a move of desperation on the first lap, but he's now actually hunting down Madsen, that outside line on turn.
Ollie, and Max Frick clearly determined to try and pick up a win here tonight. Right out wide, but Leon Madsen has a sneaky look over his shoulder. Here comes Frick. One last chance for Max Frick. Roaring round the outside. Madsen on the inside. Frick's done him. What an effort from Max Frick.
What a bounce back.
What a way to bounce back. You're dead right. Frick's done nothing really this evening. He's been on the receiving end all night. And all of a sudden we saw the best of the Australian in heat number 3. Madsen, gracious, shaking hands down the back straight. But that was more like it for Max Frick. Smashing ride. 3 points for the Australian. Leon Madsen relegated to second place. 2 points, 1 point for Jankovic. And Cabrera for the first time this evening off that graveyard of gate 4. Graveyard gate 4 fails to score. Yeah, we're looking at him 5.05. Lambert not having the evening he would have wished for. No. He's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Jack Holder alongside him, gate number 2 in blue. Woryna, gate 3 in white. He needs a point or 2. And Bednar off the outside, the wild card. Big night for Bednar. Really is a baptism of fire for the young man in the Grand Prix here in Prague tonight. But for Robert Lambert, who made the final in Landshut, he's having a very difficult evening. He's languishing well down in 13th place right now. Pressure on. Takes her up. Let's go racing. It's made a lovely start. It's tight going into the first corner. Keep your eyes on Jack Holder. Holder trying to take care of Woryna.
Oh, Woryna loves it.
Woryna's done a Max Frick. He's gone charging around the outside, but Woryna does it in his own style. He goes even wider. Oh, wow. Here comes Holder on the inside of Robert Lambert, and Holder now charges into second place. Woryna all over the place, but you can't take your eyes off of him.
No, Woryna using that really wide line. He's getting so much grip off the corner, he almost loses control.
Oh,
he's at the fence. And Jack Holder in second is probably, he's on guard now. He's not sure where he's going, but Kacper Woryna, very brave out in front once again, throwing caution to the wind. Look how wide he's going, so deep into turn 4.
Steady now. 1 lap to go. Kacper Woryna has kept us on the edge of our seats throughout the 4 laps. My goodness gracious me, he must be a fit man, because that bike's putting his arms off. And Kacper Woryna, the championship leader. Oh my goodness gracious me. He's a bit untidy, but by golly, that was impressive. I tip my hat to him. Yeah. Because he really didn't need to do that on the last lap, but possibly felt that Jack Holder was closer than he was. I think Holder just thought, mate, if you're prepared to go that wide, you can have it. You can have the 3 points. But Kacper Woryna, the entertainer, in heat number 14. What a man. What a man. You needed to be a man. 3 points out in front. 2 points for Jack Holder. 1 point for Robert Lambert, struggling tonight. And Bubba Bednar, him in heat number 14. And he picked up a handy win as a consequence. Heat 15 is with us, and the riders are at tapes, getting ready and prepared. Heat 15's got something to live up to, because Mr. Woryna just moved the scale a touch. He did, he's up the bar. He did indeed. Lebedev's, who's changed his bike, picked up a couple of points last time, needs to keep it rolling now. Needs a couple of wins, and the LCQ will be his. Lebedev's on the inside in the red helmet colour. Anders Thompson, a winner last time out of gate number 2 in blue. Michael Jensen leading the Grand Prix. Gate 3 in white, and Brady Kurtz bouncing back last time off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. There'll be quite a clash here between gates 3 and 4. Jensen and Kurtz. Here we go. Takes her up. Jensen. Thompson's made a lovely start out of gate 2. He gets there, but Lebedev's has pushed him very wide. Thompson, he's out of control. Here comes Jensen. That bike worked a treat off that first turn. Here comes Lebedev's. This could be dramatic. Very dramatic. My goodness gracious me! Wow. I tell you what, that was absolutely ruthless. And Lebedev's comes from nowhere And Brady Kurtz also. Where's Anders Thompson? He's on the centre green.
Yeah.
He's out of the running. But Andrei Lebedev's is a foot of a man, and he needed to be there when he forced his way to the front.
Yeah, tough first lap from Lebedev. He moves across the front of Jepsen Jensen and gave him no room whatsoever. All three riders now electing to use that wide line that Woryna is using. They're going across the slick and hitting that dirt coming off the bend, and it's pulling their arms out. But Andrei Lebedev for the first lap, so strong, so tough on the bike.
Had to be.
Yeah, made no
down the back straight for the final time. Just had 2 points coming into this heat number 15. And Andrei Lebedev's, what he dug deep there. I don't think Michael Jepsen Jensen will be shaking his hand too much, but there's no doubt that Lebedev's fighting for his Grand Prix here, and moves on to 5 from his outing so far. Brady Kurtz, and
yeah, he's having words with him, I think.
well, it was pretty hectic on that.
He's not saying
lap.
thanks.
No. He's just probably cancelled the card on the Christmas card list.
Yeah.
Lebedev's 3 points out in front. What a ride. Jepsen Jensen back in second place, 2 points of lead. Overdid it a touch there, dare I say, but got away with it. Heat number 16. Dudek on the inside, doing a bit of gardening. We'll see Zmarzlik, who comes from the outside. Not easy at all for Zmarzlik from there. Jason Doyle, who failed to score, excuse me, in his last race. So Doyle is down in 12th place, just got 4 points. It's pressure on for the Australian. Dudek on the inside in the red, helmet colour. Panitsky out of gate 2 in blue, Doyle's out of gate 3 in white, and Zmarzlik 7 points. Goes from the outside, the yellow helmet colour. Interesting first corner here, because they're going to go charging for the dirt. You just know it. And there isn't a lot of room out there now. Line's on, takes her up. Let's go. Panitsky's made a lovely start out of gate 2. He gets to the front. He elects to go right round the inside. Doyle's right out in the dirt. He's going to hit the front. Doyle's brave. No, he doesn't. Panitsky's done well. But here now comes Doyle. Doyle's coming through to lead heat number 16. Zmarzlik has followed him through. It's going to get... Oh, crikey, that was tight as they completed the first lap. Doyle's in front, but here comes Zmarzlik, pushing so hard down the inside.
What a move.
Wonderful ride from Zmarzlik.
Yeah, really good move from Zmarzlik. He stalks Doyle around the outside, then turns back. Oh, he lifts on the outside, just like Jepsen Jensen did earlier. He holds on to it. I knew this track was going to suit Zmarzlik. Once it got like this, he's more than happy to send it out there.
I tell you what, it's dodgy though, and it's knife edgy.
It is.
Yeah, the margin of error is absolutely minute. But Bartosz Zmarzlik, after dropping 2 points in his previous ride, has charged to the front here and showing fabulous commitment to the cause. Doyle is relegated to second place. Panitsky in third, with Dudek out of the points, having one last go around the outside. But Zmarzlik now goes on the double figures. And he joins Michael Jepsen Jensen on 10 points. And those two riders, having completed 4 rides each, now lead the Grand Prix. And once again, Bartosz Zmarzlik's superpower is the fact that even though he doesn't look quite at his very best, is in with a chance of going straight through to the final. Zmarzlik, 3 points for him, smashing ride. Doyle back in second place, 2 points. Panitsky picks up a point in third, and Dudek missed out in heat 16. It's breathtaking stuff. It's a bit nervy, I must say. They're having to really push the boundaries here, but another lovely race.
Yeah, good start from Panitsky on gate 2. Jason Doyle heads straight for the dirt, gets in a little bit of trouble. You can see him leg trailing off the bend there. Doyle then keeps it wound on, heads to the outside. Here's Zmarzlik. You can see this is the move. This is when he dives up the inside of Doyle. Doyle knows what's coming. He lets him have it going into turn 3. Oh, Zmarzlik on the back wheel in the middle of turn 4. Here's a slow-mo of it, leaning off the side, like incredible bike control.
Fabulous,
you know, yeah, for the bike to lift in that position, 90% of riders are in the fence there. You know, the bike would pick up and they'd be in the air fence, but Zmarzlik, incredible bike control, and the track, when it gets like this, it suits him. He's brave, he's flexible, he's comfortable on the bike, incredibly confident out in that dirt line, so he made the most of it. Good win for him, and like you said, he's not at his best, yet he's on double figures. Yeah,
and he's looking set for the grand final and to avoid the LCQs. And as I say, bike setup hasn't been spot on this evening, but the talent and the determination is quite extraordinary. Zmarzlik and Jepsen Jensen leading the way on 10 points, closely followed by Leon Madsen on 9, Kubera there on 8, Holder likewise, and Woryna, the championship leader, on 7. He's hoping for a reasonable gate pick in an LCQ to try and make the final here tonight. He's being sorely tested. It was all going so well last year. 5 consecutive Grand Prix wins, totally dominant in the second half of the series. Hasn't quite been the same in 2026. Speedway is tough. Believe me, it is so tough. That's why you have to admire Zmarzlik. His consistency at the highest level is to be admired. In number 17, Zmarzlik and Jensen leading the way on double figures. They've dropped a couple of points each, but they are looking good. A win here, and Zmarzlik will almost certainly be in the final, and that's exactly what he wants. And that will be a fantastic effort, because, as I reiterate, his draw this evening, not great. No, not great at all. 3 outside gates to finish his qualifying. The only rider to win a race from the outside gate. That kind of sums him up.
It does, yeah. It really says a lot about him, doesn't it?
Inside gate is Kubera. Woryna gate number 2 in blue, Zmarzlik gate 3 in white, and Jensen off the outside in yellow. Ollie, this is quite a match-up. Jensen's bike's been working a treat. Zmarzlik's bike possibly not quite as well. Where is Jensen?
He's hiding behind the fence.
Oh, there he is.
Like he was earlier.
Yeah. And it'll be interesting to see what Woryna gets up to. Here we go. Tough-looking race here. Heat number 17. Takes her up, we're away. Woryna's made a lovely start from gate 2. Zmarzlik's there right alongside him, electing to go very, very wide, but the grip not quite the same, but he's going to have a lot of speed.
Here we go, up the inside.
Oh, Zmarzlik dives up the inside of Woryna, and he roars to the front, and this will do very nicely indeed. Remarkably, Michael Jensen is at the back at the moment, with Kubera back in 3rd place, but Zmarzlik, that was just tremendous from him. And the world champion riding like a champion out in front.
Yeah, classic Zmarzlik move, really. Build your speed up on the outside, then chop back underneath someone going into the corner. Huge dive bomb, and he stretched his lead out in front. Woryna in 2nd place. Lively as always. He's keeping the crowd entertained where he is. Jensen at the back. He's putting Kubera under pressure. Kubera not looking fast. But
Zmarzlik is, though.
Yeah,
he's down the back straight for the last time in heat number 17. He's going to complete his qualifying heats from a bag draw on 13 points. You have to admire the man.
Yep.
The hunger, the drive to be 7 times world champion is clear to see. And Zmarzlik absolutely dominant in a really competitive lineup in heat number 17. Impressive stuff once again from the man from Poland. Zmarzlik 3 points in heat number 17. What a ride. 3 points. Woryna back in 2nd place, 2 points. Kubera 1 point in 3rd, and Jensen for the first time this evening. And he is straight through to the final. That is his 10th consecutive final. 10th consecutive final. That's why he keeps winning world championships. And once again, he has been remarkably consistent. Will he win tonight and go back-to-back? Winner last year. Will he win in 2026? Zmarzlik through. Jensen now vulnerable from Madsen. I would suggest Madsen's got a ride to come. He's on 9, 2 points. He'll be in the final. It's still to be decided. Dudek on the inside, the red helmet colour. Robert Lambert, gate number 2 in blue. Kvek, gate 3 in white. And Lebedev's on the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Now Lebedev's needs a couple of points. Lambert needs a win, and then he needs to cross his fingers that will be enough. Here we go. Lebedev's made a nice start. Untimed start from Lambert. Lambert now chopping back to the inside when he gets to the front. He is momentarily, but
it's going to be hard here.
Oh, Kvek.
Yeah, he's done it.
I'll tell you what, he's done well there, Robert Lambert. This is what he required, and he's got himself to the front. Dudek just about hanging on the 3rd place, but for how much longer? Because Lebedev is coming around the outside, but Robert Lambert is having to ride out of his skin here to maintain his lead.
He is. You can see he's pushing himself to the limit. His bike's not working brilliantly, but it's a very good, very hard-fought first lap for him. Doesn't look great. Lebedev's in 3rd place in yellow, using that high outside line. He's putting Kvek under pressure there. Lebedev's now on the outside. He turns back. He's going to try and move up the inside of Kvek. He's done it. Yeah, he's into 2nd.
And that could be crucial, because that'll mean it'll finish on 7. And Robert Lambert is on 6. It'll be interesting to see who squeaks through to the LCQs. But Lambert, this is all he could do. And he is going to double his score now by winning heat number 18. There's no doubt that Andrei Lebedev's has really improved the longer the night has gone on, and he finishes on 7 points. Now that may just be enough. It is at the moment. He moves into 7th place. Lambert is in 8th place on 6, so he'll be hoping that the next couple of races go his way. Lambert picks up his first win of the evening, 3 points. Lebedev's battling hard for 2nd place, 2 points. Kvek back in 3rd, 1. And Dudek misses out. Madsen out of gate number 2. He will go straight to the final. Jack Holder on 8. If he wins it, he potentially will go straight to the final. So a lot on here. Thompson, Madsen, Holder, and off the outside in the yellow helmet colour is Panetsky. Heat number 19. Oh, Thompson's bike packed up. Madsen's made a lovely start. He gets to the front. He's holding the inside, but Jack Holder electing to go right round the outside, but not working quite as well as it was just a few heats earlier. Madsen now running to the outside. That allows the inside run from Holder. It's very tight as they start the 2nd lap. But Leon Madsen in front. This win will be good. But look at Holder. Lovely move from the Australian.
Yeah, great move from Holder. Clever move round the inside. Man, that wide line is almost too wide. You have to be very, very brave if you're going to use it. And Madsen possibly wasn't 100% committed to it, was sort of caught in no man's land mid-track. Holder snuck round the inside, and this is going to be a handy win for the Australian.
Well, they're both going to finish on 11 points, so it's going to be a countback situation. Who's going to join Bartosz Zmarzlik in the final? Jack Holder, this will be his 2nd win of the evening. And for Leon Madsen, he's had a couple of race wins as well, so it'll be who beat who. And right now, it's Jack Holder beating Leon Madsen. We'll wait and see and get the FIM to confirm that that could be a very useful win for Jack Holder, number 25, the Australian champion. He may just have forced his way through directly to the final. We will confirm that. There you can see it. At the moment, it suggests that Leon Madsen has gone straight through to the final. Possibly. He's had 2 race wins. So has Jack Holder. He's had 2 2nd places. I mean, there's very little night and a huge race for Kurtz here. Needs a race win, you would suggest, just to settle him down a touch. But as always, never going to be straightforward, you would suggest. Frick has upped his game. There's the position. We've got Zmarzlik and Madsen. Madsen at the moment is the man that will go straight through to the final with Zmarzlik, even though Jack Holder's on 11 has just beaten Madsen. I just need that one explained. Excuse me.
I can't help you there.
No, let's see. Here we go then. Brady Kurtz, inside gate in red. Gate number 2 in blue is Max Frick. Gate 3 in white is Bednar. Jason Doyle off the outside, the yellow helmet colour. 3 Australians and the young wild card from the Czech Republic in gate number 3. Kurtz, he's had another tough night. Can he sort it out here? He's away. And a nice start from the inside. Here comes Jason Doyle. Gives the young Bednar a bit of a shove in the first corner, but Frick has reacted nicely. Frick's got some good speed down the back straight, but Kurtz electing to run wide. Jason Doyle running very nearly into the side of Max Frick. But this is what Kurtz needs. He'll keep his fingers, everything crossed, that bike keeps running because he's got the race win in his back pocket.
Yeah, Brady Kurtz looking good out in front. He's running that high, wide line on the 3rd and 4th corner and running a slightly tighter line on this 1st and 2nd, whereas Max Frick is trying to use that dirt, but it's not quite there, or neither of them are going deep enough. But Brady Kurtz, he needs this win. Frick's not giving up. He's using the outside line again, but Kurtz is in the place to be at the moment.
Kurtz, less than a lap to go in heat number 20. Looking good. I tell you what, Frick's looked really useful in 2nd place. He's upped his pace. And there's no question with this last blast right round the outside. Will he do it on the run to the line? Not quite. Kurtz hangs on. Not the most convincing ride from Brady Kurtz, but enough. Yeah. Enough to see himself forcing into the top 10. He was outside the top 10 prior to the race. Max Frick was in 10th place. But they will now move forward and get the better of Dudek and Lambert. Yeah, there you see it now. Kurtz finishes on 9 points, and all of a sudden, Jason Doyle just about sneaks in on 10. Robert Lambert and Patrick Dudek missing out, with Frick in 8th place. Kurtz 3 points, Frick in 2nd place 2 points, 1 point for Doyle, and Adam Bubba Bednar fails to score in heat number 20. The qualifying heats are done. Bartosz Zmarzlik and Leon Madsen will go straight through to the final this evening, and the LCQs are coming up. We'll look at Brady Kurtz winning heat number 20 once again.
Yeah, makes a good start from gate 1. Intelligent first lap, stays fairly low on the first corner. Here we see again Frick and Kurtz going into the corner. Doyle, hard first lap from here. He pushes Bednar out of the way. I think he tries it again on turns 3 and 4. You see Frick, he goes to the outside. There's Kurtz. Doesn't look amazing out in front. Having said that, Frick's come alive and has shown plenty of speed in his last 2 rides, so Kurtz will be happy with that. But yeah, he's not quite showing the electric form he had last year. There he is, just messaging Kelvin, asking him what bike to use.
That's right.
Just tell him.
Yeah, you want the 1995 model that I've got in the back of the van. That'll get off the start. You just start on tick over mine. You don't rev it too hard. But Brady Kurtz, I tell you what, I've just written down the riders for the first LCQ. Holder, Kurtz, Frick and Lebedevs. Oh my goodness.
Tasty.
So, very. And Zmarzlik and Leon Madsen go straight through after 5 rides on 13 and 11. Holder just misses out on 11. I'm looking forward to being looked over the fence. But here we see the last chance qualifier, the first one up. This is a tough race, really is. Australians up against Andrei Lebedevs, who's upped his game. Holder, I would say, is favourite, but Kurtz, you never know. Frick has also got a lot better the longer the night has gone on. And Lebedevs, when he changed his bike, all of a sudden was rejuvenated. So it's hard to call a winner, but when you look at the points scored so far, Jack Holder should be in the driving seat in LCQ number 1. And there he is, making his way forward. Holder, of course, has won a couple of Grand Prix. He's the world number 5. He'll be really keen to try and make the final here this evening. He started off in Landshut with a slightly under par performance in 8th place. He finished in Landshut, so you know he'll be very keen indeed to try and make the final.
Yeah.
And his form has been strong, you know, away from the Grand Prix.
Yeah, it has, and his speed's been good tonight. He was quick in qualifying, and he's been consistent throughout the night tonight. He's obviously happy with gate 1. He's chosen that, so it'll be interesting to see if Brady can do something from gate 2. Over the last 12 months, you'd say Brady's possibly been a better gator when the pressure's on, so now's his time to shine.
Well, yes, and in 2025, he was the best starter in the world, without doubt, and that's why it got so very close in the championship chase, and he only lost out by a solitary point. Riders on track, and here we go for heat number 21. The last chance qualifier is with us, and it's 3 Australians up against the man from Latvia, Lebedevs, who's a tough character. He will be extremely keen to make another final. Last year he really did make some progress. It's been a slow start. Landshut, like 1 or 2 others, didn't go to plan, but he's forced his way back into contention tonight with a brave decision to change his equipment. And without doubt that has proved to be a good decision, because he finds himself in the LCQ1, but he's off the outside gate, and there's only been 1 winner there this evening, so he's going to have to produce something pretty special, I suggest, if he's going to win. Has Jack Holder chosen the right gate here, Ollie?
It's a tough call. I mean, gate 2 I think is a little bit better at the moment, but yeah, look, the riders, they know, they've been out there more recently, they know, they're happy with it, I think.
Holder on the inside gate in red, Brady Kurtz gate number 2 in blue, Max Frick off of gate 3 in white, and Andrei Lebedevs off the outside in the yellow helmet colour. Never easy, is it? But he's gone with his gut, and Holder up against Kurtz, Frick and Lebedevs. Here we go then. Green lights on. Tapes are up, we're racing. Kurtz has made an absolutely fabulous start. That bike absolutely leapt towards the first turn, and he's putting away now. Holder coming through in the 2nd place. Frick finds some speed down the outside. Frick's off!
Massive. Huge high side for Frick. Yeah.
Ran in wide, ran in deep.
Yeah, possibly caught out by the track grade.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And backed it into the safety fence. He looks a bit knocked about.
Yeah.
I tell you what, that may well have done Jack Holder a favour.
Yeah, definitely done him a favour.
Because Brady Kurtz had made an absolutely fabulous start off for gate number 2. Max Frick being attended to.
Yeah.
And an awkward-looking moment for him. He just spun round and then backed into the air fence. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get to watch it again once we know that he's okay. I think he came in really hot on the outside and bike just lost traction, caused it to spin round violently, really. And then what happens as a rider is you tend to come off the throttle to try and correct that slide. The bike then gets some grip and you kind of flip off the high side.
Yeah, and it's disappointing for Max. We'll see it again. He runs in deep here. Yeah,
there you go. That's the point with the bike that lets go of traction. Then it grabs the load and flicks him off. A nasty-looking accident. And
he hit the ground hard, didn't he?
Yeah, he hit the ground hard, and that's often where you get shoulder injuries and concussions and things like that. So, yeah, you can see the bike. He's gone in there thinking there's more traction available than there is.
Just let go on him, didn't it?
It did, yeah. Just overturned it and possibly caught out by the track grade. He's coming incredibly fast. Yeah, just overdoes it, and then.
Do you think he's done anything wrong? He was committed. I don't think it's pilot error. It's just expecting the bike to hold up.
I think you at that speed you rely on trust and you sort of predict and trust what the bike's going to do, and he's got that slightly wrong. I think caught out by track grading. It's not the fault of the track grading, it's just that the track has changed since the last time he's been out and it's caught him out.
Good news.
Yeah, glad he's up. But Brady Kurtz will be gutted because that was a rocket from gate 2. When the pressure's on, that man, you can't fault him, can you really?
No, and you mentioned it before the race started, and he duly delivered. Max Frick has been excluded. And, it's tough in Grand Prix at times, and there's no doubt that his campaign has not got off to the start he would have liked. But Max Frick is excluded. And, the Aussie boys just making sure that one of their own is okay. But good to see him on his feet and making his way back towards pit bay. He'll feel a bit knocked about for a moment or two. But Speedway boys are remarkably tough people. They have to be. They have to be. They're riding on a very regular basis. Michael Jepsen, fantastic start.
Yeah, I mean, so mentally, the two boys are in very different positions now. Kurtz is trying to recreate what he just did.
Yes.
Alder has got to change something. He needs a better start. There's nothing worse than being pinned on the inside from the guy on gate 2, so he's going to do everything he can to be level with him going into the first bend. Then it will be elbows out, I'm sure.
So here we go then, second time of asking for LCQ1. Just the 3 riders now, with Max Frick being excluded. He looks okay, just a little bit beaten up. Good to see that he was able to walk away from that high-speed incident. Lebedev's has hustled and really had to work very hard to get to this stage of the night. He was not going to make it early doors. He'd scored nothing from his first 2, and then he picked up 7 from the next 3. Holders on the inside in red. Brady Kurtz, gate number 2. No rider in gate 3, and Lebedev's will start LCQ1 from the outside gate in the yellow helmet colour. 2 Australians and the boy from Riga. Here we go then. LCQ1. Here in the Marketa tonight, green light is on, tapes are up. Oh well, I mean, you just can't beat that. That's just too good. Kurtz with a wonderful start, replicates it big time. His composure exemplary. You can't put much. Look at
Lebedev's up the inside.
Lebedev's coming on strong. Here comes hold around the outside issue earlier on this evening, but by golly, he's showing some real grit and determination here. LCQ number 1, 2 times away from gate 2, and Brady Kurtz, the world number 2, is in the final tonight. Makes his first final of 2026, and I tell you what, he's quite handy at winning finals these times. Didn't make the final here last year. He puts that to bed. He makes his way through. It's been quite a struggle, but Brady Kurtz, you have to admire the tenacity of the Australian. to make it through here this evening. Kurtz is in the final. Jack Holder, Andrei Lebedev's and Max Frick miss out. Straight through to the final with failing to score in heat number 17, which is a slip-up. And he put it right here. Kubera's on the inside. Red helmet colour for him. Jepsen Jensen alongside him, gate number 2 in blue. Woryna, gate number 3 in white. Jason Doyle will start. LCQ 2. The outside gate, the yellow helmet car. Another really good-looking race this is. This could be quite a dust-up. Here we go then. Tapes are up, and away they go, and Kubera's going to get there. Kubera hugs the inside door, trying to chop back to the inside. Look at Jepsen Jensen, keep your eyes on him.
Yeah.
He's going to get a lot of speed. When he dive up the inside, he does!
Oh, what a ride!
What a smooth move from Jepsen Jensen. Running wide, gets the better of Kubera, and Jepsen Jensen has hit the front. Is he going to make his first final of 2026? Here comes Woryna now. Woryna's going to charge up the inside. He's going to commit to it. Not quite. Kubera hanging on in second place. But Michael Jepsen Jensen, what a ride from him. Oh, Woryna involved again in third place.
Yeah, Woryna lively as usual. He's in third. He's chasing down.
Oh!
Jepsen Jensen makes a mistake in front. That allows Kubera to close the gap. Now Woryna's in on the act. He's sent around the outside. Can he keep on? Yes, he does. Oh, my word.
How on earth did he stay on? But he slowed up a bit. Michael Jepsen Jensen, he is missing all the fireworks. Fortunately, he doesn't want to watch what's going on behind him. But Michael Jepsen Jensen back in the big-time Speedway, and he's going to make the final here tonight in the Marketa. Oh, crucky, it was time for second.
Doesn't give up, does he?
Kacper Woryna never knows when he's beaten.
No.
He really doesn't. And it was a terrific battle for second and third. Bottom line, Jepsen Jensen slipped up in his last qualifying race, but he puts it absolutely bang on in the second LCQ here this evening and joins Kurtz, Madsen and Zmarzlik in the final in round number 2 here in the Marketa Stadium in Prague. Woryna is going to be overhauled, you would suggest, with that gold race jacket. Looks like it's going to go to Zmarzlik at the end of the night. We wait and see. But there's no doubt that Kubera and Woryna put on one hell of a show there.
They really
for
did.
second and third. But Michael Jepsen Jensen, a super ride to force his way into the final this evening.
Yeah, much better evening for him. He needed to bounce back, as did Leon Madsen, and they have done. They have delivered.
Can you believe it? They finished 15th and 16th in Landshut, and both of them have made the final tonight. That is quite a remarkable try around that first turn. Third place. Down the back straight for the final time, and Leon Madsen from the inside gate. One last chance through the last corner, and it's Leon Madsen on the run to the line and wins. He wins, and Bartosz Zmarzlik with Michael Jepsen Jensen may just have hold on for third place. But what a way for Leon Madsen. He finished last in Landshut, and he wins in the Marketa Stadium. What a way to bounce back. And a huge victory for Leon Madsen, who's had all sorts of problems at the beginning of this year. But by golly, that victory will be sweet for him. He will be overjoyed. The team, you can see their reaction. Absolutely, and the racing that was going on behind was also out of the top draw. Bartosz Zmarzlik scrapping for his life with Michael Jepsen Jensen. And I think that Zmarzlik hung on and just about got third place. Didn't get out of gate number 2. And he must have been influenced by what Kurtz did out of gate 2.
He's having a look at it now.
He is indeed, but he never got away as well as Madsen did.
Yeah.
But that man, what a win that is. Madsen wins here in the Marketa Stadium.
What a bounce back.
What a bounce back. Fabulous stuff from him. Brady Kurtz likewise. Another terrific ride from him. He had to work hard for that. And Bartosz Zmarzlik, I mean, it was such a hectic final. They swapped places plenty of times between himself and Michael Jepsen Jensen, who just misses out. So Zmarzlik, another 16 points, moves on to 32. Madsen on to 21. And Brady Kurtz, he will be pleased with the 18 points he's picked up here. This was quite dramatic.
Yeah, what a start from Madsen on gate 1. I think you're right, Zmarzlik was influenced by Kurtz's start off gate 2, so chose that.
Yeah.
Leon Madsen really stays out of trouble in front. He rides a fairly conservative line around the inside. All the action's going on behind him. You see Jepsen Jensen throws his bike at Kurtz going into the corner there. Kurtz then sends it round the bottom of the fence. And that line was working on turns 3 and 4, but he tended to lose ground on 1 and 2 using that outside line. There you can see Zmarzlik trying that line. Jensen moves up the inside of him. This is the last bend, I think, and Zmarzlik. I mean, Zmarzlik and Jensen are so close for third, and the two at the front are the same. I've never seen a race like it where you've got two separate races going on, and both of them are almost a dead heat. You can see Zmarzlik there working. Look where he's sitting. He's on the back of the seat. He's almost like a mudguard coming out of the corner.
That was very close indeed for third.
Yeah.
And there you see it. He just held on. And
what a race.
Leon Madsen, fantastic conclusion to a wonderful night of Grand Prix Speedway.
Yeah.
And I must say, everybody concerned, they can take a pat on the back. It's been outstanding stuff tonight. And for Leon Madsen, it's almost surreal for him.
He needed that. You can see it.
Yeah, and look at the reaction, and understandably so. You walk away from Landshut, and it's an embarrassing result. 1 point last, 16th. Come back to the next round, and you win it. I mean, that's what dreams are made of. Nobody probably would have predicted it.
No.
But clearly the belief in Leon Madsen, the change of equipment, whatever it was, he got right back in the groove. Will Bartosz Zmarzlik regret not taking the inside gate? I think he will. I think he will. And I do believe that he looked at gate 2 with Kurtz and thought, I fancy that. 20 points for Madsen, very useful indeed. 18 for Kurtz, much better. Bartosz Zmarzlik, 16. Michael Jensen on 14. Zmarzlik hasn't run away with it in round 2, but still, nonetheless,
he's going to take that gold jacket.
He will, but there's no doubt that Madsen and Kurtz beating him just keeps it tighter than for everybody else. And I think it also suggests that this lineup this year, with the return of Madsen and Jensen, Dudek, and I think it will be a little bit unpredictable. But these boys, Kurtz and Madsen and Jensen, are going to have to remain consistent, because what Zmarzlik done, on the roster from both times. There you go.
You see.
Just 1 point in it. Just 1 point in it, because Zmarzlik wasn't able to win. 32 points. He's got the gold race jacket for round 3 and 4, or round 3 at least, for in Bellevue in a couple of weeks' time. Brady Kurtz into 3rd place. Big move from him. Likewise for Leon Madsen. Jack Holder back in 5th, and so on down. But that championship wide open, and that is great to see. And we'll have some wonderful racing, of course, to come in Manchester in just a few short weeks. But Zmarzlik quite possibly will reflect on that decision. And I know it's easy to sit here in judgment. Absolutely it is. But normally I think he would have gone gate 1. I really do think he would have gone gate 1. But hey, those are the decisions, and it wasn't disastrous, but by golly, he had to work hard to get to 3rd place. It
was interesting seeing him ride round after the race to go and look at gate 2 as if to almost say, what happened there? Like he's surprised he missed it. And you saw him look at it, shake his head, and I think he probably realised